Alright, there's that. Now, we'll move on to, let's see, I guess maybe I'll do the paintings at the top. They have some kind of, it's a dark area where the shaft of light is falling off of, and you can't really see any kind of detail in the painting, so I may just take like some kind of gray or something and just make some marks. But that will probably be the next, because that's, like I said, I don't want to change out my terpenoid and waste it. So, and actually doing that, I am going to get my black color and make the outer edges. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that now. I'm going to make this. I'm going to take the sepia color and do the initial edge. I don't worry about this one. Up close to the edge of the frames. My paper, with this being 11 by 14, I try to make it as big as and accurately as possible. Excuse me. But I had to, in order to make the picture layout kind of like what's in the original painting, I had to leave a little bit of space around it. So I'm going to use that as the point where the image is not going to be an exact copy. That's going to be my breaking point, if you will. So, let's put down some marks here. And I'll go all the way down to the floor with it. And the same on this side. There's a little bit of cast shadow there inside. There's a book laying on the bench in behind him, and there's a little bit of cast shadow there at the top, so I'm going to mix in a little bit of Van Dyke brown with it and just kind of blend it in a little bit. Need to go out a little bit further there. Put a little bit in there just for funsies. As I'm making these big, huge marks with the pastel, I'm kind of like rotating the pastel stick in my hand as I go, so it kind of keeps an even. It keeps it even along the edge. You won't make like a sharp edge, sharp point, if you will. I'm going to stop it here because I want to, I may go in a little bit later, lower down, closer to the edges of the top of those frames, and then again I may add a couple of extra, an extra set of frame prints. at this point I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to do it. Alright, so you can see how much I put down, and you can see how much pastel I've used so far. So that's why I say a little bit goes a long way when you use brush and brush it excuse me, brush it out with Terpenoid. You'll have to overlook me, my allergies are really bothering me today. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this for now, and I'm going to go get the pastel, the black color pastel from the Faber-Castell brand that I mentioned earlier to use. I use that as a big wash. I don't think there was a sepia color in the Faber-Castell brand, but there was a black for sure, so I'm going to use that. Sakura Crepas box. Just keep them in for storage. Oops. Like I said, these are a good brand of pastels as well, but they're not as good as the Crepas made by Sakura, and they're a little bit the binder in it's got a lot of binder in it, and therefore you're gonna have a lot of loose pieces that will come off the stick and get onto the surface of the paper. I don't know if I got this in the shot or not. Let me turn this around a little bit. And also it has more of a waxy feel to them, if you will. Than the others. But I have about 4 different sets of pastels that I use. I use the Sakura Crepas brand. I use these Faber-Castells some. I use the I'm using these Van Gogh line now. And also I use a set of pastels I had bought a long time ago when I kind of like got out of doing art for a while, and I had that set left over from when I was doing it, and I had bought those at one of the local arts and craft stores, and I can't remember what the brand is. But they're distributed by a company called Leo Cornell, and that brand had, I love the green colors in that brand, and that set. The greens in it was very good. The Sakura Crepas brand, their greens they tend to be more blue than green, which is good for making distant trees and shrubs and foliage, because of with them being a blue color, having a bit of a blue tint to them, that gives the impression of it being in the shade, and which further away it would be suitable for using that, because the colors further away from you are going to be cooler than the colors that you are seeing up close when you look at anything in nature. And also, if you're using if you're making a painting that has a landscape painting that has clouds in the sky, then you'll also use that bluish green color for grass and foliage underneath the clouds. Alright, so I've got that all. Where did I put my it's over here. I got that pretty much blocked in, and now I'm going to go over it with my Terpenoid and blend it in which case I might have to add a little bit more to my bottle, my jar, because it's kind of low. but I'm gonna see how far I can get with it first. And just the same as I did with the gentleman's suit, the suit top here, where the light is coming in. I put the Van Dyke brown down. I'm going to also be I'm going to be going over that area there first with the terpenoid to blend it together with. And my little helper's back with his bookmark. Have mercy. Alright, stay over there. You got to stay over there now. You can help me from afar. Or you can help me from down there, I guess, if you want. He's my little helper. Alright, I got the Van Dyke brown blended in with the terpenoid. Now I'm going to go in and be going over the sepia and the black. I put the sepia on the inside because it's, you know, the black is black, and I don't want the black color to be too very predominant. In which case, in portraits and paintings like this, they are. That's how they made the paintings back in the old days. That was when they made portraits. They used a lot of black and sepia color to emphasize the black backdrop. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this for now because my little assistant's getting kind of rambunctious. I need to tend to him.